Over 60 try doing this in the morning. You could live 30 more years. When you've sat in a clinic as long as I have, you start to notice the same moment repeating itself. A senior settles into the chair, rubs their knees or the back of their legs, and sighs as if the stiffness that showed up overnight is simply the price of getting older. I hear it every week, Doc. I guess this is what happens after a certain age. And every time, I lean in a little and explain, gently but honestly, that what they're feeling isn't always age catching up. Many times, it's their mornings working against them. The first hour after we wake is like the body's control panel. Hormones shift, inflammation rises or falls, blood vessels open, and the brain gets its early signals for the day. Those small changes can either push the body toward vitality or speed up the very decline people fear. Research shows that when older adults build simple, consistent morning habits, everything from mobility to mood can improve. And that's the part most people don't realize. Your age doesn't have to decide how you feel when you wake up. Your habits do. If this sounds like something you felt too, you're not alone. And that's why we're here. Tap that thumbs up if you'd like more gentle tips like this. Now, let's talk about what you can start doing today. Here's something I always remind my patients. Decline rarely shows up out of nowhere. It creeps in when small routines are ignored, hydration slips, mornings become rushed, daylight is missed, and stiffness becomes normal because it's never addressed. But the body is wonderfully responsive, even in our 70s and 80s. Studies in areas like circadian rhythm, inflammation, and mobility all point to the same idea: give your body the right cues early in the day, and it adapts. I've seen this over and over in real patients, people who thought they were just getting old until small morning shifts brought back energy, steadier balance, and clearer thinking. So today, we're going to move through 8 simple morning habits, counting down from number 8 to number 1. Each one is grounded in physiology, supported by research, and shaped by real stories from people just like you. As you listen, think about your own mornings, what you do automatically, what you skip, and what one small change might make tomorrow feel a little better than today. Let's begin. Rinse with warm water before brushing. When you wake up in the morning, your mouth has been resting for hours. During that quiet stretch of sleep, saliva production slows down, which means the natural moisture that protects your gums and teeth isn't there the way it is during the day. That dryness gives bacteria the perfect chance to multiply, leaving your gums a little more delicate than you might expect. It's one reason so many seniors tell me their mouth feels tender when they go straight for the toothbrush. The funny thing is, a simple rinse with warm water can make a world of difference. That gentle warmth helps rehydrate the tissues in your mouth, loosens the film that builds up overnight, and gets everything ready for brushing without irritation. It's like giving your gums a soft wake-up call instead of jolting them into action. A lot of people think oral care only matters for fresh breath or clean teeth, but your mouth is directly connected to your overall health. When the gums stay dry or inflamed, it can nudge inflammation upward in the rest of the body. And for older adults, keeping inflammation low is especially important for heart health and immune balance. Starting your day by rinsing with warm water is an easy way to support that system before anything else touches your teeth. I'm reminded of a woman named Evelyn, who came into the clinic frustrated with her tender gums and the way she hesitated to talk with her grandkids in the mornings. She thought she needed a stronger toothpaste, but all she needed was to soften the start of her routine. After a couple of weeks of rinsing first, She told me her mouth felt calmer. Her confidence came back, and her dental checkup even looked better. Small change, big return. This tiny step protects more than your smile. It sets your whole body up for a calmer, healthier morning. And with that foundation in place, let's move into the next habit, something that reconnects you with the world right under your feet. Stand barefoot on natural ground earthing. The next habit may sound almost too simple, but the body responds to it in surprising ways. It's the practice of stepping outside and placing your bare feet directly on natural ground grass, soil, or even a quiet patch of sand if you live near the coast. Many people call it earthing, and it's based on the idea that direct skin contact with the earth helps the body settle its stress responses. When your feet touch the ground, tiny electrical exchanges occur that may help calm inflammation and support a more balanced nervous system. It's a gentle reset, especially for older adults whose stress levels or sleep patterns tend to shift with age. There's a growing body of research exploring why this works. Some studies suggest that grounding can help blood flow more easily by reducing the thickness of the blood. Other findings point to steadier cortisol levels, which means you may feel more relaxed throughout the day. Many seniors describe a similar experience, a sense of lightness, easier breathing, or just feeling more connected to the morning. And even if part of that comes from simply stepping outside and letting the cool air hit your skin, that moment of quiet does something good for the body. I think of a patient named Peter, a man in his mid-70s who often woke up stiff and tense. His daughter encouraged him to stand barefoot in their backyard for a few minutes every morning while his coffee brewed. Within a couple of weeks, he told me his ankles loosened up faster, and he felt more rested, almost as if his body wasn't fighting itself when he got out of bed. He didn't change anything else, just those few minutes on the grass. If you decide to try this, choose a clean, stable area where you feel steady on your feet. It doesn't have to be long. Even 5 to 10 minutes can help. It's free, it's natural, and it melts into your routine without effort. And once your body feels grounded, inside and out, you're ready for the next habit, one that starts working from the very first sip. Start with warm lemon water. When you first wake up, your body is a little like a dry sponge. You've gone 7 or 8 hours without a sip of water, and every system from digestion to kidney function to basic energy depends on that first wave of hydration to get moving again. A warm glass of water gently wakes up the stomach, relaxes the digestive tract, and helps the kidneys clear out the waste your body processed overnight. Adding a squeeze of lemon gives that water a small boost of vitamin C, which supports collagen in your skin and joints, helps your immune system stay steady, and nourishes the lining of your blood vessels. It's a simple combination, but your body recognizes it right away. I often tell my patients that the goal isn't to replace coffee forever, it's just to give your body something friendlier as the very first step of the day. One woman, Maria, shared with me that she used to reach for coffee before her eyes were even fully open. She loved the taste and the routine, but she also noticed she felt bloated most mornings and her stomach seemed sluggish. As she put it, she agreed to try warm lemon water before her coffee for a couple of weeks. By the time she came back for her check-in, she said she felt lighter, her digestion was smoother, and she no longer needed multiple cups just to feel awake. Her energy didn't crash as hard in the afternoons, either. It wasn't a dramatic change, just a gentler start. Warm lemon water won't solve everything, but what it does do is create a calmer, cleaner beginning for your entire system. Better hydration means healthier kidneys, fewer digestive struggles, and an easier time staying alert without strain. And for many seniors, that small shift often brings a noticeable difference in how the rest of the morning unfolds. Once your body has that hydration foundation, the next habit builds on it by helping your muscles wake up with more ease and less stiffness. Let's move to that now. Gentle neck and shoulder rolls. As we age, the muscles around the neck and shoulders tend to tighten more easily, especially overnight. When you're lying still for hours, those muscles don't get the movement they need to keep blood flowing smoothly. By morning, they can feel stiff, almost locked in place. What many people don't realize is that this stiffness can affect much more than comfort. The neck is a major pathway for blood traveling to the brain, so when those muscles are tight, circulation can slow, leading to dizziness, pressure, or that heavy-headed feeling some seniors describe while fixing breakfast or reading the morning paper. It's one of those quiet issues that people often chalk up to just getting older, but it's usually the result of tension that builds up day after day. A simple routine of slow, gentle rolls can help loosen those muscles and open that pathway again. Moving your head in a soft circular motion, letting your shoulders lift and release, and allowing the upper spine to stretch can send a signal to your body that it's time to wake up. These small movements help increase blood flow, ease stiffness, and support better balance. There's research showing that seniors who practice basic neck mobility exercises report fewer episodes of dizziness, less muscle tension, and better posture throughout the day. It's one of those practices that feels almost too easy, yet it does so much for stability and clarity. I remember a man named George who came into the clinic worried that his memory was slipping. He said conversations felt foggy and he kept losing his train of thought while talking with his grandchildren. After a quick assessment, it became clear that his neck muscles were extremely tight, limiting the blood flow his brain needed. I taught him a short morning routine, and within a few weeks he told me his thinking felt sharper and his head felt lighter, like someone had turned the dimmer switch back up. His memory problem wasn't memory at all. It was circulation. Gentle rolls take less than 2 minutes, but the difference they make can ripple into your balance, your focus, and how steady you feel throughout the day. And once those muscles are awake, the next habit builds on that sense of clarity by tapping into the power of natural morning light. Let's explore that next. Morning sunlight exposure. 10 minutes. Our bodies follow a natural rhythm that acts like an internal clock, guiding sleep, mood, appetite, and even metabolism. As we get older, that rhythm can become easier to disrupt. Many seniors tell me they fall asleep late, wake up too early, or feel tired during the day. One of the most effective ways to reset this internal clock is simply step outside and let the morning sunlight reach your eyes and skin. The light sends a message to your brain that it's daytime, helping you feel more awake and stabilizing the cycle that controls when you feel sleepy later on. Morning sunlight has a unique quality that boosts alertness by lowering melatonin, the hormone that makes you drowsy. At the same time, it helps your body begin producing serotonin, which supports mood and focus. Later in the evening, that early light exposure helps your body release melatonin at the right time, making it easier to fall asleep naturally. Research has shown that older adults who get morning light tend to sleep more soundly, wake less often at night, and report better emotional well-being. It's one of those habits that works quietly in the background but changes the entire rhythm of the day. I once worked with a woman named Irene who hadn't felt truly rested in years. She tried herbal teas, warm baths, and even avoided screens before bed, but nothing seemed to help. I asked her to spend 10 minutes on her front porch each morning while sipping her coffee, just letting the sunlight touch her face. A few weeks later, she told me she felt sleepy closer to bedtime, stayed asleep longer, and woke up with a clearer mind. Her days felt smoother because her nights finally supported her. A few minutes of morning light can guide your whole system back into balance. And when your circadian rhythm is steady, everything else from mood to metabolism benefits. With your body now aligned to the day, let's move into the next habit. One that strengthens your emotional resilience from the inside out. Gratitude journaling. Stress has a way of working itself into the body, especially as the years go by. Many seniors don't realize that long-term stress doesn't just affect mood. It can speed up aging by raising inflammation, tightening blood vessels, and pushing the heart to work harder than it needs to. One of the most gentle ways to counter that stress is through gratitude journaling. It may sound simple, but the act of pausing each morning to notice a few things you're thankful for can calm the nervous system in a very real, physical way. When the mind softens, the heart rate steadies, blood pressure can ease, even the muscles across the shoulders and chest relax a little. Gratitude shifts the body into a calmer, more resilient state, something every one of us needs as we get older. This practice isn't about writing long paragraphs or pretending everything is perfect. It's simply about recognizing small moments, the smell of fresh coffee, a call from a grandchild, the way the light hits your garden in the morning. Studies have shown that taking time to acknowledge positive moments like these helps lower stress hormones and strengthens emotional resilience. People who keep a gratitude journal often report feeling more grounded, more hopeful, and more connected to their day. I think of a man named Harold, who came to me feeling worn down by worry. He said he woke up already stressed, replaying everything that felt uncertain. I suggested he write down just 3 things he appreciated each morning, nothing fancy. Just simple notes in a small notebook he kept by the kitchen window. After a few weeks, he told me he felt different. He smiled more. He had more motivation to go for his morning walk. He said it felt like life opened up again, even though nothing dramatic had changed. What shifted was the space he created for gratitude. This practice takes only a minute or 2, but the emotional return is powerful. And once the heart and mind are in a calmer place, we're ready for the next habit, one that supports the entire body from the ground up. Morning foot massage. 2 minutes. Your feet are some of the most remarkable parts of your body. Each one contains thousands of nerve endings that communicate with your muscles, your balance centers, and even your cardiovascular system. As we age, those nerves can become less responsive, and circulation may slow, leading to cold feet, stiffness, and that heavy, shuffling walk many seniors notice first thing in the morning. A gentle foot massage helps wake those nerves up. It brings warm blood back into the tissues, reduces swelling, and softens tight joints so they can move more freely. It's a small act of care that sends a signal to your entire body that it's time to get moving. When you massage your feet, even for just 2 minutes, you encourage circulation to rise from the toes upward. This warmth helps lubricate stiff joints, improves stability, and makes those first steps of the day feel safer and more confident. Research has shown that foot massage can reduce stress markers and help regulate blood pressure, a valuable benefit for older adults, especially those who feel more sensitive to stress in the mornings. It's a gentle practice, but it supports both your physical and emotional grounding. I once worked with a woman named Dorothy who said she dreaded getting out of bed because her feet felt like blocks of wood. She would shuffle across the kitchen to make her breakfast, holding onto the counter for balance. We added a simple morning routine before putting on her slippers. She'd rub her feet in slow circles, press lightly into the arches, and stretch her toes a bit. Within a couple of weeks, she told me she felt more sure-footed. She walked with more confidence, and she no longer feared those first few steps of the morning. It became a calm, steadying ritual that she actually looked forward to. 2 minutes may not seem like much, but it can change how your entire body greets the day. And once your feet are awake and supporting you, the next habit completes the picture by giving your mind a powerful, natural workout. Let's move on. Read or recite aloud for 5 minutes. The final habit is one of the most powerful, yet most overlooked. Reading or speaking words out loud for just 5 minutes each morning activates multiple parts of your brain at the same time. When you read silently, your mind processes information internally, but when you read aloud, your memory centers, your auditory system, your speech pathways, and even your motor coordination all work together. That extra engagement strengthens neural connections that tend to weaken with age. It's like giving your brain a warm-up the same way you would stretch before a walk around the neighborhood. Research has consistently shown that reading aloud improves recall, keeps the mind sharper, and helps maintain verbal fluency. Older adults who practice it regularly often describe feeling more alert and more confident in conversations. It's not about reading complicated material. It can be anything you enjoy: a poem, a devotional, a favorite passage, or even a simple article from the morning paper. What matters most is the act of speaking the words and hearing them in your own voice. I think of a gentleman named Samuel, who came to me worried that he was losing his mental edge. He said names slipped away. He felt scattered in conversations, and he struggled to follow stories when watching TV with his grandchildren. Instead of jumping to conclusions about memory decline, we added a 5-minute aloud reading routine to his mornings. A month later, he told me he felt more grounded, more present. His family noticed it too. He chimed in during conversations with greater clarity, and he didn't lose track of what he wanted to say. He said it felt like someone had turned the lights back on in his mind. This habit activates your brain in the most natural way through your own voice. And now that we've explored all 8 morning practices, it's time to bring everything together and reflect on how these small steps can reshape the way you age. Let's move into the final part of the video. Every morning offers a fresh beginning, and the 8 habits we walked through today are simple ways to make that beginning stronger. None of them require equipment, special programs, or expensive supplements. They take minutes rinsing with warm water, stepping onto the grass, sipping lemon water, loosening your neck and shoulders, letting the sunlight reach your eyes, writing a few lines of gratitude, warming your feet with your hands, and reading aloud to wake up your mind. Small steps like these stack up over time. They help your body move more comfortably, support clearer thinking, and create steadier energy throughout the day. When practiced consistently, these gentle routines become anchors that carry you forward in ways you can feel. The most important thing to remember is that your future isn't shaped by age alone. It's shaped by the choices you make each day, especially how you start your morning. You don't have to change everything at once. Try one habit tomorrow and pay attention to how your body responds. Maybe you'll feel a little lighter on your feet, or a bit clearer as you read the news, or calmer as you sip your coffee by the window. These small improvements are signs that your body is still listening, still adapting, still capable of renewal. I'd love to hear which habit you plan to begin with. Share it in the comments so others can learn from your experience. If today's message felt helpful, I invite you to like, share, or subscribe. It helps us grow a supportive space where seniors can learn, heal, and encourage one another. You're not aging alone, we're learning and growing together. I'm grateful you chose to be here today. Take what feels right, leave what doesn't, and keep moving forward with kindness and curiosity.